So what am I doing out here earlier this morning? Woo! Okay, I've got my, you probably can't read it, but this is soap water. And I've got my moss infestation. And so what I'm doing is I'm just putting an application of soapy water down. I was reading on the lawn forums yesterday that potentially this helps get rid of moss. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I've got some other areas in my lawn that need it. I read a couple different times of people using soapy water as a wetting agent, where you've got some type of surface tension and this breaks it. So we're working on that. So I just put some soapy water in a spray bottle here, and just slowly but surely working each little bit of moss to get covered up with a little bit of water and soap. I don't know what the science is behind this. Probably follow up with, of course, a follow-up video following this, but you can see what I'm doing right now. It's pretty simple. I mean, the worst thing that I'm doing is I'm getting a little dish soap out here on the lawn, or actually on the patio, sorry. But I think it'll clean up how this looks. I've been getting it just about everywhere. You can see that there's a lot of moss. So I'm very interested to see how well this works. If this works really well, what I might do is take my Ortho sprayer that'll mix whatever I've got in the hopper with dish soap and just spray that in there, and maybe broadcast that over all of this to see if I can get a much quicker application. This, I just wanted to try some spots to see how well this would work. If it doesn't work, I mean, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. The other thing that I've been doing is I've been using my torch. You can see that's burning things up, but if you look across here, there really isn't any spot that has a ton of growth. You end up with something like this. That's been hit with a torch. That's been hit with a torch. A couple of these guys have been hit with a torch. So it seems to be working really well, and I just come out here every couple of days for a few minutes and hit it. I also sprayed the backyard last night with some 2,4-D and quinclorac, and I haven't seen any curling, any results yet with some of the broadleaf. I'm just waiting for that to happen. But in general, the lawn is looking pretty good back here. Been having to mow every 2 to 3 days, but we've been getting so much rain, it's been kind of difficult to keep up with everything. Wildflowers are looking good. We've got some down here that were seeded last year after last season, and I'm letting those come in on their own. If they get out of control, I'll cut them back. Looks pretty good. These are gonna be, I think these right here are gonna be sunflowers. These ones, there'll be giant sunflowers. So I'm pretty interested to see how well those come in. I've tried to plant those in the past and they haven't done as well. I don't know what these are, but they're more of like a red cone flower. And then the other thing that's kind of cool, over here in this corner, if you remember, I planted some dahlias, and for the first time, I saw them yesterday, starting to poke through. I think that's what I'm looking at right here. It's a dahlia coming through. And then down here, this little selection here, these are Cracker Jack boy, I can't think, marigolds, crackerjack marigolds. And those will be about 3 feet tall. So I think between the dahlias back here in the background, which are supposed to be 3 to 4 feet tall, and these up front should be a little interesting corner. And the dahlias are coming up in the front yard as well. And you can see that the lilies are coming up nicely. Yeah. And the hydrangea is doing its job in the corner. I'd like to see it do a little bit better. And this mum, which thinks it's going to be 100 feet tall, I don't know when it's going to stop getting taller, but it's coming.